Good morning, CLL family. How is everyone doing today? Saw some people piling in, chatting away this morning. Love it, love it. I did post Kevin's link. He's going live at noon Central Time. Patty, looking forward to this. Oh, yeah, me too. Shannon, hello. Gaelic girl, hello. Hands to hearts, good morning. Kevin B. already told everyone good morning. He beat me to the punch. Sarah, good morning. Alice, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well. March 2nd, getting closer and closer to daylight savings time and hopefully an end to winter. Valgal, hello. Dixie, hello. Big T's mom, hello. The rabbit hole goes deep. Hello, love that name, by the way. Hello, Fruit Loop. Sonia Allen, how are you doing? I hope everyone is having a great morning. I don't want to miss anybody. I slowed chat down, but remember, I'm slow. So if I miss you, it's not YouTube's fault. It's mine. DT Driver, hello. Uli Girl, hello. I saw Amy pop in here earlier. There's my girl Stacy Jones. Amanda, hello. Two Boston moms. Good morning, Brooks. So Grandus and Candace say they do not have an attorney, but if you go to Jamie's channel and watch, when Candace was on there the other day, she clearly states she does have one. Yep, she did. Oh, she did. Had a lot going on yesterday, a lot going on. Hello, Melissa. Why would Lawson say they have attorneys if they don't? You came to the right place because that's what we're going to discuss today. Going to discuss that. Okie Bree, hello, hello. Jen, hello. There's my friend Just Me. There's Katie Bird. Again, if I miss you, I apologize. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Dana. Dana said, cold and frosty morning in Virginia. Not here. It was almost 80 degrees yesterday. Yeah. Kind of a teaser, though, because it's going to be a little chilly next week and rain and stuff. Hello, Wolfcat. Hello. Pat. Hello. Be a shiner, not a whiner. Love it. Love it. So, I suppose everybody saw WJHL last night. Uh-oh, there's Juicy Tequila Bobo, Purple Rain. Hello, Julie Leet. Rolling fast, rolling fast. I'm catching them as I can. If not, I'll catch you in here because, like I said, you guys always make awesome, awesome comments. All right, so I'm assuming everybody has seen WJHL. What a barn burner. What a barn burner. And good news, which I'm not going to discuss till the end of the show, but we are going to give a big, massive shout out to the investigators in Cal City. Finally, justice for the West Boys. Finally, justice for the West Boys. Mama Kay, I agree. Lawson got him rattled. Yeah, when Grandus agrees to a media interview, you know somebody's shaking in their boots. You know somebody's shaking in their boots. Well, I tell you who's never shaken in their boots, and that's my friend Kevin B. Hello, my partner in crime.
Good morning, Replay Queen. How are you?
Good.
Good. I want to say hello to everybody. Huh?
I'm glad you brought that up because you're going to get some replay today.
Good. I love it. I just want to say thank you, Brooks, and say hello to everybody. Say hello to my sister. And a house down the street from me burnt down this morning.
Yeah. Do you know these people?
No, I do not, but it's one of those you could call it maybe a trap house.
Good Lord.
Yeah, meth house. It's probably about, I don't know, it's down the street from me, then across US 10, but there's a house that sits there. Yeah, it burnt down. That's the second house I've seen burned down here in 2 years. But anyway,
so what's causing the fire? The squirrels?
Probably their meth torches.
Oh. I think I would.
Who knows? You know, these people.
I think I would propose an HOA.
Yeah, these people that rent this house that burnt down, they're the kind of people you don't want in your neighborhood. Now, I don't wish fire on anybody. That's not what I'm saying. You know, I think it's terrible if all your stuff burns up. That's not good, you know. But I don't know, it just seems to happen, to people that their behavior is questionable, right?
What do you always say? Bad choices.
Yep. You make bad choices, bad things are going to happen,
Yep.
period. Just like we're getting ready to talk about bad choices.
Yvonne has a question for you, Kevin.
Okay.
Are you on Ben Hill Road, Kevin?
Am I on Ben Hill?
Mm-hmm.
No, but you know what? I'd like to be. Remember, I've always said I'd like to be there with some torches and pitchforks. That's where I'd like to be.
So my only excitement last night was I had the screen door open, and
Oh,
because it was nice yesterday,
I already know what you're going to talk about.
and my cat killed a bird.
Oh,
Brings a dead bird in and goes over to my dining room rug and is all puffed up and looking at me like, look what I did to this bird. I was like, I'm probably going to have the rug steam cleaned now because I have a feeling the dead bird might have some diseases on it.
you know what got me when I saw it? The cat eating the bird. Oh.
Yeah, nobody would have believed me. Yeah, I did
I
have to
saw
take
it. I
that
believe you.
video.
That cat was eating the bird. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep, even the squirt bottle I have to get the cat out of stuff wasn't stopping the carnage going on underneath my dining room table.
It was too, man. That cat was mowing down on that bird.
Oh,
Oh, it was so gross.
it was.
Could you hear it crunching?
Yes.
Ah.
Turn up your volume in that video I sent you.
All right, I will. That is freaking gross. Yeah, I saw that. I seen OJ, he's sitting there and he's looking at that bird, and then you sent me the next video and he's eating it, and I'm like, oh God, I bet Brooks is blowing the gasket.
Oh, I was. Little Olivia shouldn't be doing things like that.
That shit was funny.
Not
for the
when you
bird.
had to be the one to pick up the bird carcass and dispose of it. That was not fun. That was not fun to me. It is what it is. But I mean, she was extra proud of herself, and cats like birds. So I have a feeling, considering she's on the prowl right now and there's birds chirping everywhere, I'm going to see probably another dead bird today.
Yeah, you just got to be careful because birds do carry. They got lice. A lot of them have lice. They do have diseases. I don't think it's not that serious of a thing, but the thing of it is every time you look at your carpet now, you're gonna think of that damn bird.
You should have seen me this. Ugh.
Oh, it's so gross. I've seen the video. It was gross.
Nope.
Yeah, that cat was mowing down on that bird.
Oh, it was awful. It was awful.
And I know yeah, I'm sure there was a crunching sound. Oh.
Yeah, it was awful. Disgusting. Tracy said, your cat can get very sick from eating wild birds. Yep. I'm afraid of that too, so I've got to call the vet this afternoon. I actually didn't think about it till early this morning, and they don't open till 10.
They might give you just a few pills to give to your cat, just in case, like some kind of an antibiotic or something. I don't know. Or they're going to tell you just wait and see if the cat acts sick. It was sick.
Yeah. Well, it's not sick. The comments people leave. So you ready for some comments, Kev?
I love comments.
All right, here we go. Ronnie Lawson will find Summer. I believe in his team. I believe in the TBI and the search team. I believe they all want to find our precious little Summer. She has become their lost daughter too. Lord, give them the strength and dedication to continue to search until she is found. Let's go, Ronnie. You got this. It is time. I loved how it was emphasized at the end of the comment. It is time. It is time.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great comment. We can't lose faith. I mean, look at the West boys. It took 13 months and they finally got indictments on the parents, the adoptive parents.
I'm telling you right now, I have all the faith in the world in the TBI, FBI, and local LE and Ronnie Lawson. I do. Ronnie Lawson is probably about damn sick of this.
He
You
looked pretty
know?
mad yesterday.
Yeah.
He looked pretty mad yesterday. Even that smirk at the end, it was just like, I'm done with this. Done
Mm-hmm.
with it. Done. Natasha says, I won't be surprised if they made Candace believe that if she cooperates, she will get the boys back. Boy, I love that comment because that was floating through my brain too. What if they came to her and said, look, we'll help you get your boys back, but we need more information? I don't know. It's speculative. I get it, but it's happened before. Not to Candace, but in other cases. I know what you want. Now you give me what I want. What do you think about that, Kev?
I think first of all, that's a great comment. And second of all, I mean, that would definitely be a good strategy by LE. Um, but for some, yeah, yeah, that's a great comment for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I loved it. Very well thought out.
Yep.
Love all
And
the
I
comments.
like the fact that they still have their faith in LE. Let's not lose faith in. Listen, man, in my opinion, TBI, FBI, local law enforcement, they are very involved in this case. It's showing. And I'm sure they want Summer and justice for Summer just as bad as we do. I'm sure of that. And if I'm wrong, it's a sad day in America.
I think something's going to happen. Like I said yesterday,
Yep.
not tomorrow, not next week. I mean, I'd like to see a grand jury. I'd like them to get a grand jury, present what they have, and go from there. It'll be sealed. We won't know any evidence or anything, but it's happened in many, many other cases. All right. The Gates of Dawn said, tell me, people now, did we ever truly believe they fully cooperated? Nope, because I wasn't too convinced when Ronnie Lawson was asked about it with the very first press conference with the TBI. He was just kind of like, yeah, they're cooperating, kind of like that.
And I'm
The
with
truth,
you. Nope.
the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yep. So help me God. How are they going to do that on the stand?
Man, that's a great point because as far as looking at their character, they have absolutely ruined that. You know what I'm saying? Their character looks terrible. You know, all this shit that they did, man. Like I said yesterday, I don't know what attorney would even want this case.
You would need an entire law firm, everybody working on it to untangle the web they have wove for themselves for the last 8.5 months.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, if you sit back and you look at all the whole, we've always called it the shit show, adding another chapter to the shit show. There are so many chapters. It's a huge book. And a lawyer, I mean, I would just be shaking my head going, I don't think so. Not today.
Nope.
Good
Nope.
Lord.
And John Taylor said, any girl can become a mother, but it takes a real woman to become a mom. So,
Oh,
Candace, I think you're screwed.
that's a great comment.
Great comment. Great comment. Yvonne, Candace will never get on the stand. They would tear her a new one. This woman couldn't even sit through a talk show. When WJHL Ansley Daniels, who looks like a very nice woman to me, was at their house, she wouldn't even talk to her. You're going to hear me repeat this a few times in the show today, so get ready. Yet she's been on YouTube talking to people that cannot help her for the last week, singing songs, talking about her relationship problems with Donnie, because that matters right now, right? That matters right now, considering your daughter's missing. You have 3 children in foster care, but we need to hear about your love life, Candace. But she has a real journalist right there, and nope, nope.
Yep. And Yvonne Moore, you all right. They would tear her a new one. They would rip her up on stand. Yeah, I'm just saying, I can't even, she couldn't handle Dr. Phil or the behavioral panel. What's she going to do in a court of law? They'll rip her ass apart.
Uh-huh. And they were being nothing but kind and
Yeah,
fair.
nice. Yeah. I mean, they were treating her nice. She gets into a court of law and she's got some attorneys going at her. I mean, the prosecutors or the going at her, the prosecution, they're going to tear her up.
Yep. I have a feeling she's just going to have, they won't put her on the stand. They can't.
I don't think so either, Brooks. I agree with that. I don't think they'll put her.
Prosecution's going to ask her, why did your stories change? And she doesn't have an explanation. You can't say because I was drunk and trying on hats. Come on. Jennifer said, Candace gets on YouTube being a hot mess, but can't speak to the media. Nope. 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 Nope.
I love that comment.
Me too.
Yeah, they haven't done shit. How many times have they had the opportunity to? I'm sure when they were searching for Summer, when they would have loved. I mean, they had so many opportunities to talk to the media. They still could, probably, in my opinion. But nope, no media, no flyers, no nothing. They didn't even get up and look for her. So, yeah.
Nope. And then if you're following the Michael Vaughn, little monkey, his case out of Idaho, did a show yesterday morning. You see the difference between Brandy and her husband, Tyler, and what we see in this case. They have worked adamantly with the police, with the card unit, putting up flyers, advocating on social media, anything they can do. Nope, not this one. Nope, you had a journalist at your house talking to your mom, and you write something down in your serial killer looking handwriting and say, look at this. That's all I've got. That's all I got for you. I'm not going to talk to you. But you've been singing and talking about your relationship problems for the last week. Odd.
Yeah.
Very odd.
And Don, I'll see her in the resurrection. So that answers that question. And then Candace has said, I'm not thinking about Summer. And this is basically what she said. I'm not thinking about Summer right now. I'm concentrating on the boys. What?
Mm-hmm.
Your daughter is missing, lady. That right there just tells me they know, man, they've said it so many times that Summer is not just going to come walking back alive and well, in my opinion.
John Trevino. Hello, my friend. Hello, John.
It blows my mind that they have not done one thing to find Summer. They haven't even pretended. They have wrote her off since the day it happened. Unbelievable. They're not even trying to fake it. They don't care. I guess that's what you call it.
I don't have words for it, my friend.
I don't either.
I don't have words for it.
It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen.
So, what brought us here? What brought Grandus to WJHL last night? I'm going to play the audio. This is Sheriff Lawson saying that they have lawyered up and they are not cooperating. So, hold on.
Is the family still cooperating? I know you said obviously Dawn's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Is there anything else on that front you want to say or speak about?
Not right now.
Oh, he's pissed.
Hurt us so much on social media and calling in the office and TBI fine that it's not even relevant to the case and the rumor mills, and it hinders it because sometimes we have to stop the wheels to check into something that's not even close to it. I assure you that we have to give 100% effort. I mean, we, TBI, the FBI, my officers, we give 100% effort on this case. No stones left unturned, and we're not done yet.
Is the family still cooperating? I know you said obviously no Donnie's there, but like the mother and all those other people, are they still cooperating?
No, they're not cooperating right now. They have attorneys.
Is there anything else on that front you wanted to say or speak about?
Not right now.
All right. So he sounds irritated. He looked PO'd. The whole 9 yards. He's done with this. And don't think all the stuff on YouTube they don't see. I'm not saying Lawson is sitting at home tuning in every night, but they see it. Clips are sent to them. They know what's going on. They know that they need cooperation from these parents, and all they're getting is Live Like You Were Dying by Tim McGraw, and it's going to be slash day for Donnie soon.
I'll tell you one thing, man. Ronnie Lawson sounded pissed in that little interview. You can hear it in his voice. He is aggravated. He is sick of them. I would be too.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine if you were law enforcement there doing, working on that case? Man, you done had enough of these people, I would imagine. Good Lord. Either that or they're the biggest joke when everybody's sitting around talking and having coffee before they go to work about how stupid they act. You know, I'm sure these detectives, they're just tired of. I bet they want this shit over.
They're trying to find a little girl. They're trying to find a little girl, and all they have had is insanity, an insane circus. You heard him saying, we have to stop everything we're doing when we get these calls from social media. Who is the social media problem? Let me tell you, this case did not blow up. When the Amber Alert came out June 15th, it's not like everybody jumped on it. It's when the parents started their nonsense, that's when the drama ensued. Everyone's like, there's something going on here. And it got weirder and weirder and weirder and weirder.
You know, one thing I can say and hold my head up high is this channel right here ain't never involved in the circus. That's for sure. And that I'm proud of. And the people that in our community, this no drama, you know, at least we can stand here and say we were no part of the shit show, period.
Nope. Maria, thank you for the super sticker. All right, so I'm going to get to Grandus's interview. I'm never here to force my opinion on anyone, because at the end of the day, my opinion doesn't matter. It's going to come down to a judge and a jury, all right? I like to hear your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. I will say this, okay? This is a day late and $1 short, or I'm going to rephrase, 8.5 months late. So what we were told yesterday that Grandus is not in Tennessee, she obviously is. She is there because she's with WJHL at Ben Hill Road. The only reason she called for this interview is because she does not want to be pinned with what Lawson said yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Many YouTube channels were saying, well, does Grandus have a lawyer? Why is Grandus not cooperating? She was doing the best she could to set the record straight and say, they know how to get a hold of me. This was a self-serving mission for herself. This was not a plead for Summer at all. She is mad that he said that yesterday, so she's clearing her own name. So I'm going to start it now.
Day 2 and a planned search for missing 6-year-old Summerwells is now over.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said Team Scale previously identified points of interest in Hawkins County. The agency says much of the area where Summer disappeared requires extra time to search thoroughly. They say it's extremely steep and...
That looks like their property to me. Just saying, that's what it looks like to me.
dangerous. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniels spoke with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, the lead investigator in the case.
Yeah, Ansley, the sheriff told you today that Summer's family now currently is not cooperating with law enforcement?
That's exactly right, Josh and Sarah. He also told me that the family has attorneys. Now, he did tell me that he didn't want to speak any further on the matter, but I did have the chance to speak with Summerwell's mother and grandmother at the home where she disappeared earlier today. And her grandmother told me that she wanted to address the sheriff's comments about them not cooperating, as well as whether or not they have an attorney.
Okay, so Ansley says it right there. It's not like, we're reading between the lines. Ansley says it right there. She wanted to address the comments that the sheriff made. What do we think about that? What do we think about that? Seems to me that she was clearing it up for herself. I think she heard a lot of, does she have an attorney? Why is she not cooperating? Mm-hmm. This was to clear her name.
That's Ansley Daniels.
Uh-huh.
Boy, she looks different than she did in the first, when I've seen her a little ways back. Anyway, I didn't mean to change the subject or nothing.
She's really good at her job.
Yeah, she is.
She's had some personal stuff going on. Looks like her hair's grown out. She got a new hairdo, but
yeah,
she handled this well. Not gonna lie.
And this was the first time that we have spoken with her on camera since her granddaughter went missing.
She went missing June 15th. Grandus spoke to the media March 1st. Please jot that down. Please. That's very important.
Mr. Lawson stated that Candace and the whole family is lawyered up. I can't speak for Donnie.
He didn't say the whole family lawyered up.
Nope.
He said the family aren't cooperating. They have attorneys. He didn't say anyone specifically. He was vague about it. It could just be Candace. It could just be Dawn. I don't know. It could just be Candace. It could just be Dawn. The way he phrased it, we just can't sit there. We don't know what he meant.
And I know Candace hasn't because she told me she hasn't.
Well, let me tell you something.
Wow.
Something. When Candace tells you something, we're going to re-listen to that. By now, Grandus, you have to know that Candace doesn't have the best track record, okay? You know that she had 2 children taken by the state of Wisconsin. You know your granddaughter is missing. You know, because she used your phone to call 911. You had to have heard that phone call. I know you've heard the dispatch. You also, on top of that, know that you have 3 grandsons in foster care. But you believe her because she says, I don't have an attorney. I don't care if she has an attorney. I think they should have had an attorney back in June. But she's making sure to let us know Candace Pinky swore to her that she doesn't.
Can't speak for Donnie. And I know Candace hasn't.
So there's the bus, okay?
Yep.
The bus is, it's all new tires. It's gassed up, oil changed. I can't speak for Donnie because the bus is getting ready to roll on him. Goodness.
She told me she hasn't, and I have not.
Oh,
and
wow,
I have not. She's adamant. Now, I believe that Grandus does not have an attorney. I mean, I do. She's on WJHL because it wouldn't be hard for Ronnie Lawson to be like, this is her attorney. I've been talking to him. Because he's going to have to answer to this interview. I'm not sure if he's going to today, but he's going to be pressured to say something.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's going to have to address this.
She's flat out calling him a liar. Okay,
Yep.
she is. Sorry, she is. The sheriff, not Donnie. She's too busy greasing up the bus right now for him.
If law enforcement wants to talk to me, TBI wants to talk to me, they have my phone number. They know when I leave the state. They know when I'm here.
Summerwells' grandmother, Candace Hare, says she hasn't spoken with law enforcement.
Odd she had to slip that in. They know when I leave the state and they know when I'm here. Okay. So she's driving it home for us. She doesn't have an attorney and she's in communication with them. Okay. All right.
Enforcement since December 13th.
They have not.
So she says she hasn't spoke to law enforcement since December 13th. January, February, we're coming on the 9-month anniversary of summer. So you haven't checked in with law enforcement since December 13th? I'm perplexed, Grandma. Anyone else a little perplexed by that statement?
I'm very perplexed.
Didn't think that they might have an update for you. Didn't think you could call them and say, do you have any leads, anything going on, anything you can tell me about my granddaughter? I haven't spoke to him since December 13th. And she goes into specifics about what she called about.
Contacted me since the YouTubers were down here in the driveway. And we asked him about trespassing.
Summer's grandmother.
We asked them about trespassing. So who knows how long before December 13th they had reached out to law enforcement. This bothers me to no end. What do you think, Kevin?
Well, first of all, in my opinion, first of all, yeah, I don't think Grandus has an attorney, but it's awful funny. I mean, how do I want to say this? Let's look at what's happened, okay? Don gets arrested and he goes to jail. Then all of a sudden, there's 2 brand new searches out of the blue. Then there's this that's going on. And then you've got Candace saying she's going to leave Don all weekend and all that. There's just, in my opinion, then now you got Grandus calling out Ronnie Lawson. I just think, and we said it yesterday when I was talking to Kat and you on the live, I don't know exactly when. I'm not saying today, tomorrow, but I think this is coming to a head. I do. I think the ball is definitely on the roll right now. That's just my opinion.
So what do you think about the fact that, maybe you didn't hear me, that she said she has not talked to law enforcement since December 13th, and that was about trespassing. So in almost 3 months, you guys haven't reached out to law enforcement to ask them what's going on with the disappearance of Summerwells? No. When did you you called about trespassing? She knows the date. She knows the date.
Well, something ruffled old Grandma's feathers. Because this
Ronnie
is more
Lawson
important.
said they're not cooperating. She's trying to prove her point. She is.
Right.
She's
this
not
is more
proving the
important.
point.
What I'm getting at, this is more important than her own granddaughter, of how they look, How about talk about Summer there, Grandus?
Oh, she does. We haven't got to that part yet.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, what I'm saying is, hopefully, I want some feedback in chat. Do you find it odd, chat, best community on YouTube, that she's basically not admitting because she wasn't accused, she's volunteering the information that they have her number, they know how to get a hold of her, they know when she's out of the state, they know when she's in the state, but she hasn't talked to law enforcement since December 13th, and that was about trespassing. Seems like we're not very concerned.
No.
Very sad. Very sad. Summer was failed on every horizon.
From the day she was born, in my opinion.
Ma was with her granddaughter all day on June 15th, the day she disappeared.
So she says right there, she was with her all day on June 15th.
She walked me through what they did that day and said she and Summer were repotting cactus plants outside of her camper, and then
Summer come in and had a piece of peppermint.
Repotting cactus. Boy. Okay.
Which is her favorite. And
What kid's favorite candy is peppermint? Mine always wanted like a big chocolate bar or some M&Ms or something. She came and got peppermint, which was her favorite. Maybe it was. Hell, I don't know. Just seems odd to me.
Yeah. You know what? And this is the first time, Brooks. You know, maybe it was somewhere else, but this is the first time for me that I've heard what kind of candy she gave Summer.
We've been, I mean, for 8.5 months, we're like, Candace has told this story as many times as I can count.
Right.
And she never can volunteer what kind of candy it was.
But now
it's
all of a sudden
peppermint.
it's peppermint candy.
To
Yeah.
peppermint.
I don't know. Yeah.
That's a little strong, but okay. All right.
It's an easy one to remember.
Liplock said most 5-year-olds seem to think peppermint is too hot. Yeah, they do. They don't. That's not something they don't have the developed taste buds. But I don't know. Wasn't there? Okay.
then she went in. She said, Mama, I want to go play with the boys. Candy walked her back to the house.
Let's think, Grandus, what you're going to say. Watch her.
And she says it's on this. I don't know if it's still on the screen or not. Candy walked her into the house, but she told her friend on a recorded phone call that they both sat there and watched Summer walk in by herself.
You know what? And another thing I noticed in this clip right here, she has to really think about what she's going to say next.
Do you guys remember the phone call with the friend, whoever it was, where she said they were both sitting there and watched her walk over to the porch? But now we're back to the Candy walked her over. Well, it looks like we have another
lie.
Changing of the stories. Of the stories.
She asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
So now the grandma is backing up what Candace said publicly this time. This isn't some Facebook messages with anybody. This isn't a phone call to a friend. This is WJHL, and she asked the boys to look after her. They're going to wind up trying to blame these boys. They're going to wind up blaming these boys. They're going to get in a corner and they're going to come up with something, and it's going to be one of the boys' faults.
Yeah, they'd have no problem blaming the boys, in my opinion. They would. They don't care.
Tammy, how would you like that for a grandma? Scared the hell out of me.
The 9-month mark of when her granddaughter was reported missing approaches, she says the social media and online rumors have to stop.
If they want to help, that's great. But if they want to spread lies, that's
like you.
Because that's all they're doing now is spreading lies.
The social media and online rumors have to stop.
If they want to help, that's great. But if they want to spread lies, that's a different story.
Well, you're in good company here, Grandus, because you can't be tired of this channel, because all we do is talk about the facts. I only talk about the facts as they're presented to us, what is printed in black and white, or what has come out of your daughter and son-in-law's mouths. That's it. No lies here, Grandus.
Because that's all they're doing now is spreading lies. They're reaching and trying to figure out what lie can we spread now. And I'm tired of it.
Tired of it.
Tired of it.
Now, Summer's mother, Candace.
Tired of people advocating for her granddaughter. Tired
Why
of it.
Why did she say I'm sick of Don and Candace lying?
That would have been a great interview. She could have easily been like, I don't have an attorney. I am nothing but forthcoming with the authorities. Now, the last time I talked to them was December 13th about trespassing. Well, we know what kind of grandmother she is. Okay. We know she is not the grandmother who's up at night worried about Summer. Okay. So that's really not surprising, but I got sick at my stomach hearing it. So, yeah.
Bly did not want to go on camera. However, she did write this statement for us on my notepad. You see it right there on your screen as well. It says, "I've never stopped talking to law enforcement. No, I
wouldn't speak to the media." Candace has a handwritten statement. Girl, you've been live on YouTube consistent for the last week, singing, talking about leaving Dawn, slash day, but you can't be bothered with an actual journalist? What?
Yeah. What?
have not lawyered up. I don't understand why this is being said. I can't speak for Dawn, and we are willing to do whatever to bring our daughter Summer home. Thanks for all the searchers." Now,
thanks for all the searchers. I can't speak for Dawn. She could easily find out if Dawn has an attorney. Come on. When all this broke yesterday, she could have easily found out if Dawn has an attorney.
For
But here
sure.
we go. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Over Dawn. Over Dawn.
They're going to run him over and back up and run over him again and again.
Mhm.
But you know
she also
what?
did not want to address her new YouTube channel, Dr. Phil, or anything
course she
other
did.
than the comments by the sheriff made earlier today.
She doesn't want to address her new YouTube channel, Dr. Phil, or anything other than the sheriff's comments today. Woo! You had an open mic. You've got local media. You've got an actual affiliate willing to talk to you about your daughter. Odd. Very odd. Who helped her prepare the statement she's sitting there writing down? Did she call her lawyer and say, the media's here talking to my mom and they want to talk to me? I don't know. She wasn't on YouTube last night.
However, she and her mother, Summer's grandmother, wanted me to reiterate how thankful they were for the searchers who are still out looking for Summer, as well as law enforcement for still keeping this investigation open and fresh. Live in Beach Creek, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
So, one thing that was left out of both of their statements, I'm going to put it up here right now.
Ansley, thank you.
Right there on the screen, okay? One thing that was missing out of her handwritten statement and Grandus was 800 TBI find. We are desperate to find Summer. Again, we watched Brandy, Michael Vaughn's mother, on the show yesterday. She knew the numbers by heart. She was begging people. If you know anything, if you've seen anything, if you suspect anything, call this number. Here they are on WJHL talking to Ansley Daniels, and it's all, they know how to get a hold of me. They know my number. I talked to them December 13th about some YouTubers that were trespassing. And then we have, but nothing. You know, I really want everyone to call 800 TBI find. Somebody had to have seen something. Nope, not one advocation for Summer. Not one. Sick. And I know what people are going to say. Well, you know, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. Nobody's going to damn them for going on WJHL saying, look, we need help. The police need help. The TBI need help. Call this number. If you saw something that day, if you've heard something, there's nothing wrong with that. So there's Candace in the driveway with Ansley Daniels, thinking about what she's going to write down. I would have been like, look, I got a chair over here, whatever you need to know. But nope. So then she goes over to the truck, okay, and she's got the pad and the paper, and she's writing out her statement. Edgar Allan Poe, right there, writing out her statement.
And she doesn't have her red hoodie on or her rebel hat.
Nope. She's been wearing that Route 66 hat for a while.
Yep.
Gina, you're right. It's like a bad movie. It is. Here we go. Here's the statement. I never stopped talking to law enforcement. No, I have not lawyered up. I don't understand why this is being said. I can't not speak for Dawn. And we are willing to do whatever to bring our daughter Summer home. Thank you for all the searchers, Candace Bly. I love how she picks and chooses when to use Don's last name.
Do
Okay.
whatever. Why
Okay.
don't they get on? Why don't they plead on the national news media for their daughter to the phantom abductor? Why don't they hand out a flyer? They're willing to do whatever to bring our daughter home. No, you're not, and you haven't never done anything either. So that's all a big fat lie.
Did she not overhear her mom's interview?
Yeah.
They haven't spoke to him since December 13th.
Ugh.
And she says, I never stopped talking to law enforcement. What? What? You wouldn't even come out of the house June 15th. You were talking to Allie. You were calling Hunter. But you've never stopped talking to them?
I'd like to have a spelling bee with Candace.
Nuts. Totally nuts.
Crazy.
Totally nuts. I can't believe it. I really can't. 8.5 months and the grandmother comes out just to clear her name that she's cooperating. Sorry, that's what it looks like.
That's what it is, in my opinion. You're muted, Brooks. An accident, I think. Yeah, Grandus, comes out and starts talking only when, they can't come out and talk about Summer, but boy, they're sure worried about themselves, Yep,
she didn't like that whole
no, she did not.
They're not cooperating, so that's the day she picks to come forward. That's the day she picks to come forward. Who's writing the script? Who's keeping this on track? That's what I want to know, because Don's in jail. Don't think Don is, I'm telling you, somebody in that jail, I know he's segregated, told him that his mother-in-law was on WJHL. He's spitting nails.
Yep, I agree with that.
Furious.
100%. Don has got to be absolutely spitting hornet mad.
Bob G. Summer got gone on Candace and Grandus's watches. You're exactly right. She even said she was with her all day on the 15th.
Yep.
I'm still furious that she's like, I'm cooperating. I talked to them December 13th. They know when I leave the state. You have a missing granddaughter and 3 grandsons in foster care. But when you leave the state to go do your dicking off, and then you say, I talked to them on December 13th about trespassers. But you haven't talked to them in almost 3 months since about the status of your granddaughter's case. I can't make it clear enough how wrong that is. How wrong that is. And she admitted it. Insane. I mean, to all you good parents in here, how often would you call law enforcement? Just every now and then when you thought about it, or when you happen to have your phone on? Nah. All right, so going back to Ronnie Lawson's frustration, this clip tells us a little bit about it. This is actually from back in November. This is not recent. Well, November, December, January, February, about 4 months ago, okay? So just to refresh our memories, we're going to go back in time a little bit with the replay queen, and we're going to watch this clip. Hold on.
After the call came in that Summerwells is missing, investigators say they are no closer to finding out what happened to the 5-year-old little girl. But they do tell us that they are still working every tip and lead that comes in.
I assure you, we've done everything. When we was up on that scene, everything humanly possible to do.
It's been months since the weeks-long ground search for Summerwells was called off in the Beach Creek community.
The manpower, the search, the helicopters, the airplanes, tremendous.
He's going through all the equipment, the manpower. If you remember in the beginning, there was like 19 different agencies involved. Since this interview, there's been 2 more searches. He's mad. The dude is fed up.
Rightfully so, too.
Cadaver dogs, search dogs, search and rescue teams.
Now, the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office, TBI, and FBI are still following up on tips.
I have one detective assigned to
Hawkins County, TBI, and FBI are still following up on tips. Now, that was in November. I don't believe anything's changed today.
it, and TBI has agents assigned to it, as well as have the FBI partners on board. My detective, when he gets,
Okay, hang on.
I have one detective assigned to it.
He's got one detective assigned to it. All right. It's a small department. Okay. It's a small department. Then he says there's agents with the TBI.
TBI has agents assigned to it, as well as have the FBI partners on board. My detective, when he gets things comes in that he needs to look at, then he will get other detectives to help him follow up those leads.
Summer's parents and concerned community members believe she may have been abducted or trafficked.
Okay, you got to listen to that again.
Then he will get other detectives to help him follow up those leads.
Summer's parents and concerned community members believe she may have been abducted or trafficked.
I assure you, we've done everything when we was up on that scene, everything humanly possible to do.
The FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team even came to Beach Creek. That's a team dedicated to investigative, technical, analytical, and resource assistance on site during non-family child abductions, ransom child.
Try this again. Hang on.
The FBI's Child Abduction Rapid Deployment Team even came to Beach Creek. That's a team dedicated to investigative, technical, analytical, and resource assistance on site during non-family child abductions, ransom child abductions, and mysterious disappearances of children.
We brought the FBI card team in, and everything that they can find, there was no indication whatsoever of child abduction.
The TBI asked.
All right, let's talk about that for a second.
Wow, that's a huge statement.
FBI card unit. No sign of a child abduction, okay? He is frustrated. He's got a detective on it. There's agents with the TBI. Even if he is the most corrupt, you know what, that ever walked this earth, we have a detective, agents with the TBI, the FBI card unit. They're not all in on it together. They have no reason to be. He says right there, there's no abduction. They have to have a credible tip. Well, I think we saw from the last interview with the idiot holding the pad of paper that she scribbled on and her mother, they're not going to get any credible tips. Help me out here.
I know one thing. They have flat ass out. Ellie has gone balls out telling us that this is no abduction. That's for sure. Period. And it's all, and they, and these clowns, Grandus and Cant, they don't come out until their little characters being attacked. Nothing about Summer. They're more, they're more worried about how they look. So that's very telling to me.
It is telling to me too. Sarah Me, been a member for 2 months. Grab that membership link, guys, because we have members only lives and they are a blast. They are a blast. But who's not having a blast is Sheriff Ronnie Lawson. He's had it. He's had it. And this was in November.
For help finding the driver of a Toyota pickup truck that was seen in the area around the time Summer went missing. That's the last new public information that was released.
You would think if somebody had saw something, they would come forward, even if they just had the truck and didn't see anything. But like I said before, it may be somebody that has paid no attention to this.
Hang on, got to hear that again.
Area around the time Summer went missing. That's the last new public information that was released.
You would think if somebody had saw something, they would come forward, even if they just had the truck and didn't see anything. But like I said before, it may be somebody that has paid no attention to this, or maybe somebody that's got a criminal record and was driving wasn't supposed to be driving too.
Months later, that truck.
All right. So he explains it right there. He explains who talked about the truck. He said they might be someone that doesn't want to talk to law enforcement for some reason, but they do want to talk to that person. All right, so I'm glad we got to hear that again.
Truck and its driver haven't been identified. But we learned more about the person who gave the information about the truck.
It was somebody driving a company truck that law officers here are familiar with this gentleman, and we believe that he actually saw it.
Almost.
So that's a credible tip. It could, I don't know who it was, but it was somebody driving a company truck. Could have been, I mean, maybe one of the tree trimmers. I don't know, but they said that they know the guy and they believe he's credible. So they want to talk to whoever was in that area. I think that's really important information, personally.
5 months, more than 1,500 tips, and a massive ground search later, the question of where Summerwells is still remains.
Nothing pointing to abduction, nothing pointing to foul play, other than her walking outside the house and not being found. Is basically the main thing right now. What actually happened to her, we're still trying to find out.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation declined our request for an interview and referred us to previously recorded interviews and statements on their website, saying that those updates still stand. In Rogersville, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Okay. So we see his frustration, which has gone on for many, many months. So I'm doing these back to back. Hello, Lori. Thank you. Thank you, Brooks and Kevin, for this. I absolutely love this channel. Helps me to vent. This is so heartbreaking and disturbing for me. These people acting like this, and Summer is watching. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. So I'm going to put Grandus's BS back on the screen. You just saw Ronnie Lawson in November. Okay? He's explaining all the frustrations that 3 different agencies are having: FBI, TBI, and Hawkins County. He went through it in detail. So we're going to watch this again. Hold on.
Another.
Sorry about that. Give him a second. All right, so we just heard Ronnie Lawson explaining the frustrations they're having. Now, mind you, he was very candid, very upfront. Very candid and upfront. I'm really hoping as the more pressure is put on, and you know there's a lot of pressure, that they give this to a grand jury and they get to some resolution. Okay, so we hear Ronnie Lawson. Now, let's hear Grandus and Candace again. Here we go.
Story in 6, day 2, and a planned search for missing 6-year-old Summerwells is now over.
The Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said Team Scale previously identified points of interest in Hawkins County. The agency says much of the area where Summer disappeared requires extra time to search thoroughly. It's extremely steep and dangerous. News Channel 11's Ansley Daniel spoke with Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson, the lead investigator in the case.
Yeah, Ansley, the sheriff told you today that Summer's family now currently is not cooperating with law enforcement?
That's exactly right, Josh and Sarah. He also told me that the family has attorneys. Now, he did tell me that he didn't want to speak any further on the matter, but I did have the chance to speak with Summerwell's mother and grandmother at the home where she disappeared earlier today. And her grandmother told me that she wanted to address the sheriff's comments about them not cooperating, as well as whether or not they have an attorney. And this was the first time that we have spoken with her on camera since her granddaughter went missing.
Mr. Lawson stated that Candace and the whole family is lawyered up. I can't speak for Donnie, and I know Candace hasn't because she's told me she hasn't, and I have not. If law enforcement wants to talk to me, TBI wants to talk to me, they have my phone number. They know when I leave the state. They know when I'm here.
Summerwell's grandmother, Candace Hare, says she hasn't spoken with law enforcement since December 13th.
They have not contacted me since the YouTubers were down here in the driveway. and we asked him about trespassing.
Summer's grandma was with her granddaughter all day on June 15th, the day she disappeared. She walked me through what they did that day and said she and Summer were repotting cactus plants outside of her camper, and then
Repotting.
Piece of peppermint, which is her favorite, and then she went in. She said, "Mama, I want to go play with the boys." Candy walked her back
But
to
they
the
were finding
house,
flowers.
and she asked the boys to keep an eye on her, and that's the last time I seen her.
as the 9-month mark of when her granddaughter was reported missing approaches, she says the social media and online rumors have to stop.
If they want to help, that's great. But if they want to spread lies, that's a different story. Because that's all they're doing now is spreading lies. They're reaching and trying to figure out what lie can we spread now.
Again, Grandus, come join us. No lies here. You're going to love what I talk about.
And I'm tired of it.
Now, Summer's mother, Candace Bly, did not want to go on camera. However, she did write this statement for us on my notepad. You see it right there on your screen as well. It says, "I've never stopped talking to law enforcement. No, I have not lawyered up. I don't understand why this is being said. I can't speak for Dawn, and we are willing to do whatever to bring our daughter Summer home. Thanks for all the searchers." Now, she also did not want to address her new YouTube channel, Dr. Phil, or anything other than the comments by the sheriff made earlier today. However, she and her mother, Summer's grandmother, wanted me to reiterate how thankful they were for the searchers who are still out looking for Summer, as well as law enforcement for still keeping this investigation open and fresh. Live in Beach Creek, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
Okay, so we see a big difference between what Lawson said when he said they're not cooperating, they have attorneys. He didn't say who. He didn't say who. Grandus takes it personal, so she gets on WJHL. Candace does not take any of this personal. She wants it to go away. So again, she writes some stupid statement on the back of the truck and just holds it up like someone at the corner saying, "Do you have change? I want to eat today." That is exactly how that went down. It's ridiculous. I want all your thoughts. I have been reading your comments. They are going fast. Alexandra, what regrets? They got a lot of regrets. They got a lot of regrets. It's absolutely sick. Absolutely sick. Candace has admitted to having a lawyer. She has said it to other people. She has said it to other people. Grandus, this whole story about how she watched Candy walk her over. Well, guess what? She told a friend of hers that they were sitting there and watched her walk over. Too many details get changed and lost in translation. Again, if you watched my video from yesterday about Brandy, little Michael Vaughn's mother, night and day. Night and day. She knows exactly what went on that day. Even though she was in like a traumatic period of her life, she knows the phone number to bring her son home. She even tells people, if you think you see him, call 911. There's like, oh, thanks for the searchers and for law enforcement for keeping this open. I understand they're not prime time ready, but in 8.5 months, they've learned something. It's crazy.
I know one thing, and in my opinion, it's obvious. They sure are sticking to their little script. But what's this about potting up cactuses? I thought they were planting flowers.
Yeah, I saw the pictures of them. I'm like, those are succulents. The
Yeah,
picture I
and
saw.
potting up means getting a whole new pot, putting all new dirt in it, and planting, potting flowers up. In other words, taking littler flowers and I don't know. I didn't see any of the potting up. Have you?
Yep. It looked like it'd been there a long time.
Yeah, it sure does.
Looked like that to me.
Yeah.
Looked like that to me. But we do have some bittersweet news today, guys. It is not related to Summerwells. I've got more on this tomorrow morning. Okay? I've got more on this tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. In the meantime, this is a big deal. Okay? It's a big deal. Finally, Justice is slow, but it's worth the wait. There's going to be some justice for the West boys. So bear with me just a second, okay?
Well, I bet Rayshon's happy.
Welcome, Green Eye Lady. Did you get my email, hun?
And gut-wrenching news in the case of those two little California City boys now missing more than 13 months. Trezell West, the adoptive father of those two boys, has just been indicted on 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of child cruelty and the false report of an emergency. With these arrests and charges comes official confirmation of the worst fears of thousands of people who have been hoping and praying for Orson and Orrin West, just 3 and 4 years old when they disappeared at Christmas time from their home in California City in 2020. The indictment came late this afternoon. As of right now, West is not in custody. There are no charges filed against Jacqueline West, Trezell West's wife and the adoptive mother of the missing boys. Here are some notes that we have gathered today. The boys, again, Orson and Orrin West, they were 3 and 4 years old when they were reported missing. They would be 4 and 5 years old now. The boys first were reported missing at about 5:45 p.m. December 21st of 2020. The boys' adoptive parents are Trezell Philip West, and 35 years of age, and Jacqueline Gabriel Vasquez West, 32. The adoptive parents told reporters they were with Orrin and Orson at the family home in California City on that chilly winter afternoon. It was Monday, 4 days before Christmas. Jacqueline West said she was wrapping presents. Trezell said he was building a fire in the home's fireplace. The parents said Orson and Orrin were on the back patio drawing with chalk. Trezell West said he accidentally left the backyard gate open when he stepped outside of the yard to gather firewood. The West said the boys must have slipped out of the yard through the open gate. It was just before 5 p.m. in the evening. Trezell said he immediately realized the boys were gone. He said he searched the house's large backyard for them. He said he and his wife searched the house and said he got in the family van and started searching the neighborhood, calling their names and asking neighbors if they had seen the boys. The darkness fell. Trezell told reporters he realized he needed help. The West called police within hours. Dozens of officers and volunteers were searching that neighborhood, scouring the desert, and repeating the question that has become a mantra in California City and far beyond. Where are the boys? That answer tonight, that question tonight still remains unanswered, but Trezell West has been indicted on 2 counts of second-degree murder.
Okay, also in the meantime, since this came out last night, so has the adoptive mother. 13 months, we don't know where the boys are, but they got an indictment. It's going to happen. There is going to be a resolution to this case. Michael Vaughn's mother is in chat right now. We are blessed. Everybody give your support to Brandy because we are behind her and Tyler 100% to bring Monkey home. I'm so glad you're here, Brandy.
Welcome, Brandy.
Welcome, Brandy. She said your voice sounds like her dad's.
Wow. I hope that's a good thing. No, I'm sure it is, but thank you for the kind words, Brandy. And yeah, we got your back. Flow show.
Bring Monkey home. Bring Monkey home. And bring the West boys home. But this is bittersweet news, okay, guys? It's bittersweet news because we don't have the boys, but the case has taken a big leap with the adoptive parents now indicted. Very happy about this. I'm very happy about this.
I won't mention the name, but there's another YouTube creator. I'm sure he's excited about what just transpired with the Orson boys.
I think a lot of people are really, really excited.
Yeah, they are.
They are. Well, guys, I've kept you long enough. I'm going to start winding this down. Remember, tomorrow at 9 a.m., I'm going to go further into this, okay? I've got an update on Harmony Montgomery I'm going to do tomorrow, and then we're going to talk about Michael Vaughn again. So you guys hit that sub button and get reminded. Kev, let's say our goodbyes and get ready for your show in a couple hours.
Yep. Everybody remember, I got a show coming up it would be 1 o'clock. So it'd be 11 o'clock Central, right? No. Noon Central time. And it's the channel is called Calling It Out Without a Doubt. I hope everybody's there. And Brooks, thank you. And I want to tell everybody bye. And thank you for being here.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you to my partner in crime, Kevin. Kat, for making that thumbnail this morning on the fly in between classes. You're awesome. To the mod squad, don't know how you guys do it. We do need more moderators. So if you're willing to hang with the mod squad, let me know. In the meantime, you guys are the best community and chat on YouTube. Don't ever forget, we have a Discord and a Facebook page, lots of groups. And every Friday, we have a private members live, and it's a total blast. Not really dissecting cases or anything, but just having fun. So in the meantime, I'll see you guys here at 9 a.m. Central Time. Brandy, thank you so much for being in chat. We've got you, girl. Thank you. Have a good one, guys. See you in a little bit. Bye-bye.